welcome to my channel. I'm back for technically part 2 of the absolute crap show, you could say now, after the last reading of the Harkles, Twerk and Drew. So this one's a laughable hypocrisy of it all. Humanitarian award. Word aside. Okay, full looking through the back door, I'm going to sneak in because there's just so much to unpack on this one. They rocked up, the claw was out, he basically couldn't look at her in the eye. It was really, really scary, but not before she actually did a pat walk. It'd been a while since we saw in the car park, but yeah, we did a pat walk. And you actually have a look at that rat's tails that she's got, and as I said in the previous reading, I'm pretty sure that she probably didn't have that very expensive, still standing on the high ground, but aren't they? Sorry about that. Expensive hairdresser or whatever. And I think all she did was just pull a bun down and slept on it for the rest of the week, because it definitely looked like that. Her extensions are showing. You can see when the bronzer changed. I mean, even on that pat walk, you know, there's 2 different colours or even 3. So, you know, technically now that bingo cards are out on what colour she'll be in what state or what city. I mean, how bad is that, right? But yeah, going back to those rat's tails, and I do mean rat's tails, like all the extensions. You can even see in the colour, you know, like, seriously, the colour of your scalp doesn't change like that. Can see other people that, you know, have the same colour all the way through, right? Candace Owen is a classic example of one. What can I say? Yeah, so getting away from that, and of course the more she pulls her hair back, she's getting the receding hairline probably faster than Harry, so probably won't be long before she turns it into cornrows, seriously. On saying that, let's get into the hypocrisy of it all. And yeah, there wasn't a lot of people there. It was a small venue. Darkest was there sitting at the table, and there's number 9 there. A lot of people remarked that they were basically at the back or in the middle or whatever. No, they were actually in the front, believe it or not. Number 9 was probably just, Darkest probably ordered a drink or something because it was right in front of him, and that was just a cheap way of saying, you know, whatever drink was going to be served. I mean, it's a tacky way of actually doing it, believe it or not. Definitely not high class here, and that's where I was going. It wasn't a big thing. There wasn't a lot of caps out. It was nothing like what they, you know, used, which was Harry Potter's thing or Princess Di's thing. Nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. A lot to be said about the charity. I'll put a blind up there. Pretty much says it all without me actually saying it. Then we can cross refer, sure. I mean, where she just came, you know. What about the kids on social media and, you know, prancing around Zoolander walk in Balenciaga? But, you know, if we want to overlook that, because some people have, as a few years ago, we can't overlook just a couple of months ago when she had a BFF, a known and cancelled bully on her with love. So, you know. Alright, so that's one side of it. The other side is also the gingerhead one, and around about the same time, not only Senator Barley, but of course now we've got Chad government coming in, accusing him of being disrespectful to the charity, financial misconduct, and wildlife violations, which really angered me big time, because all my followers know how much I feel about animals. Alright, so the next day, well, let's just say maybe she got the expensive hairdresser back. Maybe he was booked out for the first day or the first night or whatever, and she's back into the simple bun and, you know, all slick back and everything like that. So we haven't gone into cornrows yet, but we're close to it, I think. I really do think we're close to it. In her usual yacht top and her usual creases. Wouldn't be her without it. So because of all the backfire, today at the time of reading, she also decided that she was going to post something. To me, I think it's AI or staged. I mean, I would say AI because of the hands, and Lord knows what she's, you know, supposed to be doing in that purse of hers. If you see the video on social media, you can see AI only there's an app and it only concentrates on one person at the time that they can bring to life. I really do think that's what it was. Whether it isn't or whether it's staged, it's not real. She actually posted, Happy World Mental Health Day. What is so funny about mental health? So let's just find out what the truth is all about here without the colour coding bingo card. Alright, because I think she checked the boxes for 3. Alright, 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Page of Cups, 5 of Wands reverse, Page of Cups reverse, and 7 of Cups upright. So that's all your gaslightings and smoke screens, and this is the brick and the bracken, and it's for everything. It's for everything. There was no fighting or anything like that. They were all on the same page here with the with the 5 of Wands. This, if anything, this is in-house, and if it's up the right way, it will be, you know, the squabbles and fighting and whatever. No, they're all on the same page here with the 5 of Wands reverse. No arguments, no fighting. They all actually thought that they were entitled to it. No surprises, none whatsoever. It was a negative message, absolutely a negative message. And the fish out of water, well, obviously that was the Paris thing, right? But she wasn't out of water here. She was in her prime, well and truly in her prime, back on her home. Here she is, doing what she wants, lapping it up to the globalists, who are the ones that are the financial backing of this award. I believe it was also pay to play as well. Many options here. This is all the people involved. Well, the blind actually says what kind of people that were there. Exactly. But it was a bit of a burden. It was a bit of a burden for probably all the negative comments, if the truth's known. However, it's not words, it's not swords, it's actually wands. And this is of all the things they've been doing, all the things that have been, you know, what the gruesome twosome have actually done. And everyone's actually put in the comments to say, look, how can they be this when they got that? You know, look at Harry with his charities, look at her where she's just come from. There's a bit of burdens happening around here, absolutely. But they're not looking. They're definitely not looking here. This is someone that's stubborn, that's over the top stubborn, with the 4 of Cups. There's the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups is reversed, 9 of Pentacles, and you've got the Knight of Chalices here, the Knight of Cups. So here's someone coming to save the day. Literally, here I am. I'm going to get another award, and I'm going to save this charity. And look at us, you know, we're the Duke and the Duchess, you know, or Duchess. What is it? Duchess. I can't even say it how she says it. Anyway, Duchess. I'll say it the correct way. Here we are. We're going to save this charity. We're going to save the day. We're going to bring you onto the platform, and, you know, happy World Mental Health Day. Happy? Really? Happy? There she is, all single, prancing around in a 2-toned or 3-tone colour. I think she fell into the bronze tanning thing again. She definitely was a lot whiter in Paris, let's put it that way. This is also someone that can't get on. They can't get away from some sort of grieving. I really do think this is Harry. I mean, it even looks like him, short of the hair missing, sulking. Yeah, I really do think this is him. I think what happened in Paris wasn't a good thing, what she did. I don't think it had anything to do with her wearing what she did. I think it was how she blew it in Paris when she, did that live driving past the tunnel. I really do think that might lead me to another reading, actually. And I know that I've had a couple of viewers request saying, let's do an update on how their marriage is going. So I think I might pursue that a little bit later. Here's the Emperor and here's the Fool. So we're coming down now, someone doing a new beginning. There's a Chariot and the Hierophant. New beginning with the King and the Firm and William. Unbelievable. So they're cosplaying. I mean, if you need to look at someone who really cares, who is genuinely sorry for what has happened, it's William. He had to blink back the tears. That is someone who cares. That is someone who is genuine. This humanitarian means something. Absolutely nothing. But it was to no coincidence that it happened on the same time that William was doing something as well. Maybe this is where Harry was going with it. Maybe Harry pursued this, despite the fact he wasn't happy with it. I don't know if he wasn't not happy with what he's receiving, because he seems to think that, the more accolades here you got, the more options that, you open up to. But you can't get away from here. You've got the King here, you've got William here, and you've also got the monarchy, the firm, the men in grey suits even. There they are. They're always behind William. They will always be behind William. Absolutely, they will always be behind William, and this is something that they don't like. Alright, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Nine of Cups, the Tower, Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So here's the media attack, here's the mainstream media attack, all about, well, it depends on which side you listen to, but a certain side on Sky and GPTV or whatever, they are wondering how it's happened. Absolutely hypocritical. Here's your man-child here. He's not going to grow up. You've got another Tarot moment here. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this one. I'm still leading towards Paris. However, I did actually wonder just how much they looked in their eyes and the way that they were acting. I wonder if they had maybe a little bit too much of something, because they well and truly they're not worthy. They're not worthy of all these accolades, of what these trophies say, the meanings of it. Because if the Nine of Cups was upright, it would say, yes, you can be proud of what you got, of what you've earned, and you can now sit back, But here, also, careful what you wish for here. Four of Pentacles. I think the monarchy is now the men in grey suits. It's just got quote unquote men in grey suits here, the firm. They're going to leak things out more and more now. They are probably absolutely sick of every time that, the royal family, anyone in the royal family does something. Meredith and her disruptors, again, quote unquote, come out, and try to steal the headlines. I think something's going to be released again. The fact that this humanitarian thing, I think, is really, and her actions this week with Diana, has really got under, well, let's just say, a couple of people's skins in the royal family. Absolutely heartbreak, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so now you've got the Six of Pentacles, that's reversed, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, Judgment reversed, toxic, all toxic. everything that the media that we're seeing at the moment, the media and everything, all toxic. 3, well, yeah, darkest was there, right? And the heartbreak with the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. So when we unpack this last line, going deep down, I think someone was trying to level up the playing field. And I think this is where I'm going back to whatever the monarchy was doing, what William was doing, they had to do one thing better. And this would be a classic man-child going up against his brother. But I do believe that he also wasn't very, very happy about what she was doing. Whatever the case, it's going to be hard for them for Harry actually, to build it from the ground up now because of the Tower reverse. I mean, it's not just a Tower moment where the universe comes and, rips out whatever you're standing on. Absolutely, man-child, never going to grow up. 3 in the marriage. Well, we've heard that before, haven't we? Harry's actually really is leading his parents' life. He really is. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. There is 3 in the marriage on this one as well. The Ace, and of course we're talking darkest, right? And I'm not saying it's friends with benefits. I'm saying that he's her handler, allegedly, okay? You've also got the Ace of Pentacles. Again, they're not making any money out of this. It doesn't matter how much that they want to take this leap of faith. Literally, new beginning here. I'm the humanitarian, just another thing up on the wall. Big deal. Royals give, they don't receive. But hey, this is classic 6 of Pentacles reverse. They're not royals. Right? And Harry knows that royals give, they don't receive. So this is so hypocritical. It's just unbelievable. It has caused a lot of heartache. The last week's reactions and actions and what Markle has done predominantly, because at the end of the day, if Harry was on his own, he wouldn't be doing these kind of things. You could tell. I think time is ticking. So I will continue on with the reading, and I'll upload these videos, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.